Hi, welcome back to Crochet Creations. Today's video is the February Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge announcement for February. I'm co-hosting a yarn challenge with Christy Cook from Tea Doddles, and the month of February is going to be Love is in the Air. So that's the theme for February. And I'm very excited because I've got about 12 or 13 little kinds of patterns we can make out of our scraps and different ideas I have to change those up a little bit. So basically, my plan is to take all the links of all those different ideas and pop them into the Facebook page that we made for the Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge. And then you can go over there and you can find the links and make any of those. Or if you have something that you might like that fits into the theme, then please share with us. We would love to see some, other ideas or inspirations to use up our scraps. So I did make two things. I made a couple of things over the last couple weeks trying to decide what was in that theme for Love is in the Air. And you might have even seen them or saw me making them, which is fine. But my idea of Love is in the Air for February is like red and pink and hearts and valentines and things like that. So I thought, well, you could make a valentine for someone. You can make it out of yarn in many different ways. You could make like heart coasters and give them to your girlfriend or whatever, your daughter. Or you could make a heart washcloth, a couple of those to go to use over the Valentine holiday. I do have links to a few of these items that I'm talking about. A mug cozy with a heart on it. I even found a pair of crocheted heart earrings. So I'm going to pop all of those links down in some of them I'll put here in the video. It may take me a couple days to get them all in here, but over on the Facebook page I should be able to drop them in rather quickly. And I've got a little gift bag I found on somebody's website, and some trinkets, sachet little heart trinkets, and those looks like they're all made out of scraps. They even put a keychain on them. Those are really cute. So that's my ideas so far. Now I made one of my towel holders, and I did show it in one of my videos, but this towel holder was inspired by a pattern by I think I can think of it. Ginty Lyons. She made a pattern for a towel holder using a stretchy, actually a ring or a hair tie. Now, I didn't do mine exactly like hers. I started out a little bit like she did, but I made it less colors and less border. So I did do the middle side, the inside, similar to hers. So I am going to use that link to this pattern. And then if you want to do it more like mine, all it is one row on the edge. But the other thing I was thinking was to maybe make a crocheted heart out of pink with the red on the outside and then sew it right on, because when you make these, you make it backwards. So this is your front and you can put anything on it and you can still see it because your button comes from the back side of the towel. So after you go around your bar of your stove or your refrigerator, then you come around the front and button it. So you could put anything on this top and it will show. So I just think these are I just love these. I make them in all different colors all the time, and they're always out of my scraps. I'll buy one skein of red and I'll use it for a year. You know, it doesn't take hardly anything. And then the edging is just a couple of, like a couple feet of some other color. And then a button. So that's a really fast and quick idea of using up your scraps. And you don't have to have a towel. You can make these up and sell them at a craft sale, just the holder. You can display a towel and then put all the holders in a basket and just sell the holders separately, because I do that all the time. People are always asking me, you make me a couple of Christmas ones, and yeah, I don't need the towel. And I'm like, okay. So that's a great idea. The other thing we talked about was using up one ball. You go through your stash and you find one ball and you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. So I found a really fast and quick one ball cowl. And so what I did was I decided I'm going to, I always give myself a Valentine gift for Valentine's. I always have. In fact, there's been about 3 years where I gave myself a car. Last year was one of them. It was a little bit later than Valentine's, but it was still right in this, within this couple of weeks. And so what I did was I went through my stash and I found the prettiest favorite color yarn that I really, really liked, and said, I'm going to make myself a cowl out of that. And I did talk about it last video, but the whole thing was coming into that I was thinking about this, that I had February as a theme and I needed to come up with something, and I love maroon, and it all just came in tied in together. So take one skein of your favorite yarn and make this cowl or any other cowl out of it. Now this one is by Jennifer at Fiber Flux. It's a V-stitch cowl, and it's just seamed at the beginning and continued on through until I ran out of yarn. And it came out gorgeous. This one was done in the Stylecraft DK, and it's got a sparkle in it. And so, you know, that one skein wasn't going to be able to be used for a heck of a lot of things. So, and I used the whole thing up. Absolutely every bit. In fact, I actually had to play yarn chicken with it because it didn't have anything that was going to match. And I had 4 or 5 stitches left. And I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? So what I did was I pulled it back. And I can show you wherever. See, I can't even find it, and I'm the one that made it. Okay, here it is. I got to about here, and I ran out of yarn. And there is where the end is. So I pulled it back, changed my stitch to half double crochet, and tightened it up a little bit, and I actually decreased right here. And that gave me enough to end it, and the color blended so well that I didn't need to grab anything else, and you can't even tell. I couldn't even find it hardly. So that's a one ball wonder, I guess. So other than that, I guess you want to know what I have for the prize for February. Well, I went through and I was looking and looking for something red, and I found a couple things, but I thought, oh, that's not enough. I needed more than one skein. So then I looked a little farther and I thought, oh my gosh, this is perfect. A lot of people haven't tried hobium. Hardly anybody has tried hobium. and I found this. So it's got pinks and grays and some white, and it's got a little bit of maroon, and it's just gorgeous. And it's real soft, and it's no wool. It's 100% acrylic. It is called Dancing Baby, but who cares? We can use baby yarn or DK yarn for anything we want. So I went in and I said, well, let's see. This is made in Turkey, 100% acrylic. Oh, premium acrylic. 100-gram balls, 250 meters, 273 yards, 3.52 ounces. So these are pretty big on themselves, but I found 3 of them. Aren't they gorgeous? So that is going to make somebody a significant item. Beautiful project's going to come out of this. So if you want to try and win these, there's even some speckles. Look at that. This is going to be gorgeous. Oh, and the colorway? Oh, yes. Made in Turkey. I think I said that. Doesn't have a colorway. It just says 818. Of course not. Well, we'll just name it. How about if we name it on this video? And anyway, if you want to try and win these 3 balls or skeins of Dancing Baby, all you have to do is pop on over to the Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge page on Facebook and make something in the theme of love is in the air out of your scraps. So I hope everybody is loving this challenge so far. And I'd like to congratulate the winner again in January. So I hope everybody's having a great time with it. Thank you all for joining us. And I'll link all the links down below, and I'll post all the different Valentine and love things that I found. And hope you're all having a great week. Bye now.